YouTube family. That man Muwop has came from the OTF Honcho trenches to speak his piece. Muwop make an announcement from the federal incarceration situation. Muwop wants a lot of people to understand and know something. And before we even say that and get the Muwop's message from the feds, let's pay these bills right quick. Salute, gang. It appears that Muwop had just came from the Undertaker situation and made a way out of his situation to get better for folks. Now, Muwop, what we know him as WOP, WOP spoke and he gave a little word of encouragement to folks who's wishing on his downfall, who's thinking bad of him and what he got going on. Him and the OTF boys living their best life right now is apparently to say their best life right now. Now, what Muwop said is something game changer. He wanted folks to know, like, I'm alright. I don't know what folks is talking about. So Muwop put it out there. He said, I'm great and thanks for reaching. I'm great and thanks for reaching out. My head high as it could. Be love for reaching out. I'll be soon. Basically, he'll be out soon is what he's trying to say to y'all. You feel what I'm saying? But we already know there's a lot of things that transpired through the system. A lot of things that took initiative. I mean, court proceedings through members and statements. So these guys got a long trip to beat the odds that are against them right now. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying what they're dealing with and facing is damn near impossible. Now, listen to some of the court statements that was said to them.
Actually, a bond hearing.
To pretrial. I think this is really important, and this is gonna come up in the documents that I've tendered to the court and that I've tendered to Mr. Somerville as well. Mr. Offord, government believes, has made statements to pretrial, the people who would supervise him if the court were to give him pretrial release in this case. He's made statements to them that are not true with respect to where he lives. Looking at page 2 of the report, first full paragraph, Mr. Offord maintained that he's a lifelong resident of this district and had lived at the address which is listed on page 1 of the report for the past 2 years. Mr. Offord's mother and sister told pretrial that wasn't true. He didn't live at that address and he lived somewhere else. The FBI, throughout the course of this investigation, received court-approved authorization to use investigative methods figure out where Mr. Offord was in fact residing, and it was not this address that's listed on page 1 of the report. It's close to the address where he was arrested. I say close to the address where he was arrested because the FBI, again, through investigative methods, figured out which unit Mr. Offord was living in. And during the course of this arrest, which, with respect to Mr. Offord's arrest, spanned about 40 minutes to an hour, we're knocking on the door of that residence. Mr. Offord was not there. He was in a different residence, which was upstairs, away from that one. Did not come out easily. FBI has reason to believe turned off his phone while they were knocking on the door.
Now, there's more situations that's transpiring through this Muwop case and situation. If you understand the drip, man. Now, what's transpiring is that Muwop is being accused of a lot of he say, she say, and then you got a lot of folks who can't get the drift the right way. So one of the new ones I've seen in several publications is this one over here, case in point. I'm about to show you guys a receipt, but I can match it up and do my proper journalism and say this new message that they're trying to put out there. You know what I mean? It's an old one. I see like the Hip Hop DX and a lot of, magazines like that, publications, they're saying Muwop responded, and this the response they put. Been that N-word before all this ish that's going on 100. 2 things I'ma keep, a bankroll and a brush. But the problem with this and these publications looking for trouble like this is that this is old. Muwop wrote this September 7th or October 7th, that is, way before the RICO, case transpired and took place. Even if they were working on it, they didn't announce it yet. So for people to present the case with that, I'm a little uncomfortable, like, to who's pulling the strings. who's the puppet masters, because you could see it here. Look, let's click on it together on Muwop's Instagram. I like doing real journalistic duties over here. And you click on it and you look at the date. It's well over a week ago. Look at this, October 7th it says, and he says the statement here, bend that N-word before all this. So why would publications take it and twist his words and move it around? Because what he really wrote was not that at all. This is what he wrote, and it was coming from him being incarcerated in the feds currently. He wrote, I'm great, and thanks for reaching out. My head high as it could be. Love for reaching out. I'll be out soon. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys, if they got good attorneys, good lawyers, there's no provocation, bro. There's nothing for them to really falter and have a fear of. If you catch my drift, these guys are going to stay level-headed and understand they man's going to look out for them. Well, hopefully that is, because we do know this is a serious situation. Multiple arrests were made last week in connections to the murders of Chicago rapper FBG Little Duck. It's a whole lot going on. Now, people would tell you it's not too much to ask for, but it is, bro. You're in a situation where it's dire times and dire needs. Now, among the people that were charged were several members of Little Durk's Only the Family music group, including Muwop, C-Thing, C-Murder, and others. The news was confirmed by FBG Duck's mother and later by the feds, who said that they had watched music videos where OTF members bragged about Doug's death. As we wait to find out what will happen to Muwop, C-Thing, C-Murder, and others. Rest in peace to Zell. Whole lot going on. You feel me? They basically have Muwop has officially spoken out from jail, telling a fan that he's high on spirits and will be returning home soon, as we just read earlier. Now, basically, for him to say thanks for reaching out, you should know why he says that. That's him keeping high hopes and knowing that if you keep your head down, that's when you lose. Muwop has a large following on social media with nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram. He's generally very active and can always be seen no matter where you go on social media, and he's always being seen on Durk's page as well. He's also a rapper himself to most, where they don't know and understand that he is. But yes, Muwop is a rapper and a good one at that. They do what they can and celebrate it the best way they can. Now, check out this message that when he wrote, well, I showed you that already, but it's a lot of things going on that could perceive as innocent until proven guilty, and we got to stick by that. Innocent until proven guilty.
They have to know that right here, too. Can't wait till we see niggas. As soon as when he fall off his feet, kill him. Let me get this too. You come back or now?
Developing now new details in the hockey.
All right, I'm gonna get up with you. Hey, where my do-rag at? As soon as when he fall off his feet, kill him. I'm fighting my bro. They got a guy right here.
Brag about it or not brag about it, that their day has come.
5 members of the OBLOCK street gang,
And it's known to anybody else who might be committing similar acts of brazen violence, right? And who may brag about it or not brag about it, that their day has come.
5 members of the OBLOCK street gang, a faction of the Black Disciples, arrested and federally charged with committing murder in aid of racketeering. Charles Liggins, Kenneth Robertson, Carlos Alford, Christopher Thomas, and Marcus Smart, all residents of Chicago.
Anyone who is involved in shooting and murdering somebody else, okay, which is what is alleged in the indictment here, that is a critical member of that particular gang or enterprise. And so in that sense, this is a significant charge.
The arrests were made this morning, all charged in the murder of Carlton Weekly, a Chicago rapper known as FBG Duck, gunned down in broad daylight in August 2020 in Chicago's Gold Coast neighborhood during a feud between gangs. The 11-page indictment says the suspects used social media and music videos to promote and expand their enterprise. It also may have aided in the investigation.
It shows you exactly what's happening in the city, which is that people are threatening to commit acts of violence, and then either bragging about acts of violence or talking about how they're going to retaliate for other acts of violence.
The consequences, obviously, in the federal system are much more punitive than you can get anywhere. It is going to send a strong message.
The 5 suspects also face federal firearm violations. Together, all 5 face a minimum of life behind bars if convicted. U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, John Lausch, calls it significant.
If this gives pause to them, then we're doing something good.
Chris Hush, NBC5.
Listen, I'm your God bless one, but remember the times and change and tribulations of folks. Folks don't understand these continuous patterns bring the end, and the end can only bring what began. Look, man, this situation is a wild situation. It's a duck, duck, goose chase at this point. You got guys and members who are only members only. I feel you, bruh. But that membership can take you so far to somewhere else. To be losing in the way you're losing, it's not really a shrewd thing, man. I'm out here to still prey upon the situation and hope all becomes a light, a shining light that is, because folks are not going to be done with it. We know Muwop keeps his spirit up. Muwop believes in the OTF family. He believes in what this foundation is. Started young and he's still young, but in the trenches as well. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but he's still in. All for all and none for none. So this got to be a kind of a crazy situation for family, friends, and all involved. You getting the charges being charged, the deaths being murdered, allegedly that is, because I don't work for the police. But it's a lot of crazy situations out here. I only can tell y'all, man, love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed, gang. Most truly indeed, stay blessed. Salute. I'm your God bless one. Hit the like button, share this video. I'm out.